Miami County Monthly News, and we are live in the basement of First Presbyterian Church, where they are preparing for the community-wide free Christmas dinner on Christmas Day from 12 to 3, and we are with the organizers, Bruce Embry and Christy Crawford. And what can you tell about this free Christmas dinner?
Well, this is the 19th year for it. It was started by Francis Jakeway and his wife Cheryl, and they did it with some help from the church for 11 years. My wife and I took over as coordinators 8 years ago with the promise that Bill Crawford, whose picture we always display, would be our chef. And he was for the first 2 years. And then Bill left us, unfortunately. And we've tried to carry on the dinner the way he planned it. Bill had the idea that people should be served a meal, not have to go through a serving line. And he wanted the quality of the food to be what you would get at a good home or in a good restaurant. So we've tried to do that every year. We prepare very good quality food. We cook for 800. We have never had 800. We got, what, 7?
I think we had 801 the very first year.
The first year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But typically, I think 2 years ago we had 760 some. Last year, 650 something. And any of the food that's left over is now going to a veterans shelter in Kokomo. So nothing goes to waste. Lots of people donate to this. Christy has done a marvelous job of organizing it. She has a book she's put together. It's basically a guide of how to prepare dinner for 800 people, what you need to buy, and the list of volunteers that have helped us every year.
So you could probably publish a book.
Advice. I took it from the Jakeways, and
Okay.
then I've just kind of added to it each year, you know, when you find out who will give you this and who will give you that.
How many volunteers did you say you usually have?
Anywhere from, I would say anywhere from 90 to 120. It just varies every year, but the neatest thing is that probably 75 to 80% of our volunteers come back every single year. This is their Christmas. And that's what makes it so joyous in here is everybody who is here wants to be here. And it is absolutely a ball. They all have regulars that come every year to sit at their table. We have sisters and brothers, aunts, mother and son. It's just wonderful, and a group of ladies that all do the desserts back here. But it's run really well out here. It's fun. This year we have Santa Claus, and he'll be sitting up there at the toy shop, which the toy shop was started about 4 years ago from a woman who went to this church, and she did a huge party at the base for over 300 kids, and then she brought the rest of the toys here, which was such a blessing. So there's a lot of kids that don't have any presents. They come here, we let them fill up sacks and pick out their own toys, and this year Santa Claus will be giving them a little bit of something.
So we got a Santa?
Yes, we have
This
a
year
Santa.
for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll be free around noon, probably, after being out all night delivering and in the morning. So
right.
he'll be free around noon. So this is open to anybody in the community.
Anybody and everybody.
Non-affiliation with First Presbyterian.
No.
It's just...
But this is like such a perfect setup here, and it works, and we're just used to having it here, and we're grateful to the church for holding it here.
The kitchen works well for this.
Yes,
the
it
kitchen
does.
can accommodate what we're doing. We don't want to forget either the turkeys are all prepared by Tom Doherty,
Yes.
and Tom has cooked all of the turkeys for 5 years now.
About 5 years, yes.
And by doing that, we have the quality control that we need. We buy turkey breasts and turkey legs. We don't take donated turkeys because you don't know how long they've been in someone's freezer. And then Tom cooks all of them the night before, captures the juices. We use the juice in the dressing and in the gravy, and it's the way you'd cook it at home.
And for those that can't get out, you've got a couple options. What is that?
Yes, we do. They can call the church, and they might not have to leave a message, but they can call in. I will take their information. We will have someone. If you just want to come, you don't have a ride, we will get you here. If you want a meal and you're shut in, you're not able to get out, we will be more than happy to deliver a meal to you. So we will work with anybody. We want to make sure people eat on Christmas Day.
We also make sure all the first responders who are working have a meal.
Yes.
Good.
All 3 shifts. I make sure all 3 shifts are covered, and they are the fire people haven't let me do it yet because they cook their own food. But I told them, I said, hey, if you don't feel like cooking, let us do it. They're all noticed.
So a lot of donations and a lot of volunteers makes this happen.
Yes, that's the only thing that makes this happen.
And we really need to thank Dreams to Reality and
Just desserts.
Just desserts
yes.
for all the desserts they donate.
Yeah, they do, and they're both in Miami County, and we're just so grateful to them because it does take a lot of desserts to feed these people, and they're very, very generous.
And you work on donations, so if anybody wants to contribute for
They can make
next
cookies,
year
cakes,
or
pies.
even financially if they'd like to. So
Yes, just call the church, and then they'll give you, they'll take down your information or give you my number. So it's
okay. Did you give me a number to call, or do you know
the
it?
church's number
Yeah.
is 472-2962.
So if someone would like, a delivery or be picked up and brought so they can have the fellowship of eating with others.
Yes,
okay.
please call the church, and I'll be happy to set you up.
Leave a message, and when we get here on Christmas morning, we'll check those messages. We'll make sure people get picked up.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's coming in 12 to 3.
Yes, 12 to 3 is to come and dine in. We also have a carry-out line. We have a dine-in line and a carry-out line. So,
And you deliver.
Yes.
You've got it all.
So, yeah, carry-outs start the same times, 12 to 3.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll have a good turnout and good fellowship.
And that's what we want most of all, is for people to come in and fellowship and eat.
And we might add, this is not simply needs-based. If people don't want to cook and want to bring their families in for dinner, we welcome them.
Yeah, there's not a
We
whole
do
lot of
have
places
that.
open to eat
Or not.
on Christmas Day. I've been there.
Yeah, we have several older guests that come in. There'll be 6 of them, sometimes 8 of them will come in and eat, and that's it's wonderful. They sit
Yeah.
and talk.
Well, especially if the family's out of town or you don't maybe have a place to go.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.